Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. Not a good angle. I'm sorry. But I'm going to do a video in response to Gina Ahrens, who I will link at the end of this video. I think it's up in this corner. It'll be like a little iCard and down below. Oh Lord. And I was watching her video, and I'm sorry about the hair. I kind of just am letting it dry. I just got out of the shower and I keep brushing it, but it's making me itchy. She did a video, I think it was yesterday, about aging, menopause, this, that. And I wasn't feeling good yesterday. And so I try to watch as many videos as I can of people who I like and who I'm subscribed to. So I was going through and I was laying in bed for a few minutes and I thought, well, let me watch a couple YouTube videos to catch up with people, what they're doing. And I saw hers and I clicked it. So I watched it, and like the whole time I'm talking to her, I'm like, God, like, exactly. Oh, yes, exactly. And then I thought to myself, you know what? I just told my sister about this on Saturday. We were talking about aging and all that kind of stuff, menopause. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to do a video in reply, not reply to her, but in kind of correspondence with her, I guess. And then link her so you guys can go see it, because I know a lot of you are... You mentioned, like, in your comments to me, I want to say this as nicely as I can, but, you know, might be pre-menopausal, getting there, maybe a hot flash or two, you know what I'm saying? But as women, as Gina explains it, and I will not go in and try to explain it any better than she did, as women, not only, you know, do we have our, I'll say challenges, I guess, but as we get older, we're treated different as women. So as women, we're treated differently. And then as we get older as women, we get treated differently. She'll explain it much better. But I don't know if you can see. What is this? Like, all of a sudden, I started getting adult acne for some reason. I'm going to blame the double chin on it too. It's not. It's the chocolate. But I'm on keto now and I'm doing good. So, and I'm doing yoga every other day, DDP yoga, and we're doing really, really good. I've completed a full week and I'm like all excited to do more. It's changing my life. Now today I'm having a really, really bad day. Yesterday was a bad day, but the weather has been like, it'll be like 35, 40, and then it was like 65 and my head is like banging. And today it's just like, ugh. So, I don't know what the point was. But anyway, I went to my sister's on Saturday, as we do for family dinner, a couple times a month. And I was talking to her. And I was telling them, now, I don't know if any of you out there skip your period. I just turned 50. And I swear when I turned 50, things change right away. I don't know. But for the past couple years, my family goes through menopause early. But I started going through like the menopausal, whatever it's called. I would get like the hot flashes, and like this is like the third time I've skipped my period. So it's going on probably 3 years of starting all this stuff little by little. And so the last time I skipped my period, it was for maybe 6-7 months. And I had bought from Amazon a bag of pregnancy tests. Okay. And I read the ratings, and they had like 2,000, almost 5 point. I was like, okay, I can use these because I get obsessive and I'll pee every day on the stick to make sure I'm not pregnant. Because me, okay, so anyway, my period came. Now, usually Emily and me are like clockwork. She gets it, a couple days later I get it and everything. So I knew that she was, this last time, she was getting it like quite a bit. So it was about 8 months. I finally looked on the calendar. And about 2.5 weeks ago, I hadn't had my period in almost 8 months. So 2.5 weeks ago, I'm so stupid. I was sitting, and I swear to God, I felt a baby kick. No lie. Now, mind you, I'm like, if I'm like, you know, missing it 7-8 months, I should be, but I have a stomach anyway. So I'm like, oh my God, the baby's growing in there. So I swear to God, I was sitting there and I felt a kick. And I was like, what the heck was that? It's like, it couldn't have been a baby kick. And I felt it again. So I'm like, oh, if I put my hand on my stomach, can I feel? This is ridiculous. And I had been taking the tests all the way up until then. So then I thought I was pregnant. And then I started getting upset and obsessing with Oh my God, all the chronic illnesses, my kidney, my kidney numbers went down again, and then all the medications. I'm gonna have like I don't even know. Is it gonna have hands, fingers? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So I knew that I had my 3 month coming up blood work. So we went. And I said to the doctor, look, this is what's happening. And she knows I'm wacko. So I'm like, please, can you take with my other blood work, can you please add a pregnancy test? She was like, oh, girl. I'm like, really? Luckily, not pregnant. And she had the nurse call me and like say something stupid, like, like, you're not pregnant. You're not going to have a one-eyed baby or anything like that. And I don't mean disrespect to anybody who has it was just, I was nervous and I was really scared for the baby because I don't know. So anyway, so that's really nothing that Gina talked about, but because she talks about it way better than me. But I thought, am I the only one out there who like skips their period and then are like, oh my gosh, like, could I be pregnant? Not only that, when I go to the doctor, I have like this hair, and I have a lot of hair, but it's thin. So obviously you guys know I pull my hair up all the time because I sweat. And I will go to the doctor's, and by the time I get there, it's like somebody, like my head opened up a little sprinkler, and the sprinkles and the water is just dripping down, all down the back of my neck. And I am disgusting, and I hate being touched as it is, but there's nothing worse being touched by a stranger when you're completely damp. Okay? Damp is the only way I can describe my body when I go into these hot flashes. They come the worst time when I'm sleeping. And then you get like freezing cold, and I have to always have, which I think most of us do, sleep with the leg out. But I'm whipping them off, putting them on. Whipping the covers off, putting them on. Yelling at the dog not to lay by me because it's making me sweat. And then I'm trying to cuddle because I'm cold. It is ridiculous. And then not to mention, Gina talked about the gray hair. Now, I haven't dyed my hair in a long time. Quite a few. Since that company sent me that crap stuff. And I want to dye it because my daughter constantly, every time we're out, she'll look at me and she'll say, when are you going to dye your hair? So then I'm like, oh my God, how bad is it? But as a lot of you know, it takes time. And I don't have the money to go pay for somebody to do it and put in the highlights and all. I do it myself. I've done it since I was 13 myself. I've done Emily's. Emily will do mine. She's busy with work and everything. But it's just the hassle of the keep up. I love it when I do it, but then it's the keeping up of it. So that's a pain in the butt. But also, I wanted to add to Gina's thing, and this is personal for me, weight. People also, when you are heavier, they act like you don't exist, that what you say is not important. I don't have any stories. Gina has a couple stories of people being disrespectful. I think it was her husband's friend being disrespectful to her. In regards to her being a woman. I have such a big mouth. I don't care who it is. If I feel somebody's disrespecting me, I'm like, oh, excuse me, who do you think you're talking to? Like, I can't stand that. So I'm always on guard for that kind of stuff. But the weight. Women and men, why are they disrespectful to other people? Why? Like, if I'm standing in line or people are just disrespectful. And the first thing, I've said this before when I've done vlogs, the first thing somebody will say to me is, shut up, you fat bitch. Come up with something better. Because that's ridiculous. You act like I don't know that I got some extra weight on me, that I don't enjoy the brownies and the ice cream and that kind of stuff. And it's just like, but it is disrespectful. It doesn't hurt my feelings because I know that I need to lose weight, but I'm not dumb. Like, the things that I know, and the things that I don't know, and I don't talk about, or I don't say like, oh, I know. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's ridiculous. I wanted to, like I said, when I watched Gina, and she puts everything so much more eloquently, and I can't talk. But it just is, like, as I get older, I notice. And I'm like, parents, why don't you teach your kids better? Not only to be respectful to elders, and because we are always helping anybody who needs help. we'll be in the store, and we were at the Walmart the other day, and this poor lady was trying to get the one toilet paper up on the top shelf. She had her cane, and she's hitting, and Dave's like, oh, tell me what you want, I'll get it for you. And he got it for her, and she was so thankful. People who are handicapped or have a struggle, we're always helping. My daughter as well. She will offer as well. We don't take I have a handicap placard. Unless I'm having a really, really bad day, I won't take that last handicap spot, because I'm always like, somebody needs it better, who needs it more than me. I can walk or have him drop me off or whatever. Because I always feel bad. And I also, and this doesn't make me not use the handicap spots, but like, there is nothing worse than parking into a handicap spot and I'm struggling to get out the car because my knee doesn't bend and this hurts and that, and I can't walk and I'm having a really, really bad day, and people look at you or whisper or make a comment about the handicapped and about me. I've been sick since I was 26. I just turned 50. Half of my life. Oh, and you would think it gets easier. Some of it depends on the day, others don't. Just like the other day with the comments about the cards and all that other kind of stuff, I've been having I'm struggling really hard with a bunch of things. So I was upset. I was upset because like, that's my day. I was very emotional and that kind of thing. Today, I read something and I'm just like, whatever. It all depends on the day. And I think Gina made a good point. I felt like LL Cool J for a second. Anybody get that? Gina made a good point. Like, we should be supporting each other. Also, the art community should be supporting. We shouldn't bash somebody. We shouldn't be disrespectful. You shouldn't be giving thumbs down. Like, I see these people making videos, and it's everybody. It's just not like big people who have a lot of subs. But it's like, thumbs down for taking time out of your day to teach somebody or to show what you do or to give it advice or give an example, whatever. Really? Is that what kind of community that we want our grandkids to grow up in if they, it drives me nuts. Some parents don't raise their kids correctly, and it drives me crazy. And I'm not going to sit here and blame the president or blame this or blame that. It is the parents. It is the parents. And I try, my sister, I have a nephew, he's going to be 7, delightfully delicious. But boy, oh boy, can you tell the influence on school on him from when he was not in school until now. And of course, we're like, no, you don't say that. No, you don't do that. When we try to teach him, my sister does a great job raising him and her husband, raising my nephew and her husband's probably more accurate. But anyway, I get a kick out of myself. But yeah, so, they're raising him well, and she's very lucky. My parents are involved in helping her with her day-to-day, and she works full-time, her husband works, but oh gosh, Dave and I went to school for certain of his functions when my sister can't make it and stuff like that, and you see the kids and some of the parents. They're just standing there on their phones. Their kids are wild. Their kids are doing this. Their kids are ripping things off the walls. And they're just too busy either gossiping or on their phones. Same at baseball and everything else. And it drives me bananas. Anyway, I'm not going to sit here and keep ranting because I could go on for another hour. But it is. And I guess going back to the point of, that let's support each other. Let's all support each other. I'm not friendly. I'm not friends with a lot of people on the internet. I used to be, and it didn't go well. I have a handful of people who I am friends with that we will write back and forth and the whole thing. Not many people at all. Maybe 2 have my cell phone number who text me and that kind of stuff. That is it. I don't mean to say you're very lucky if you have my number, but like, I can't, you know what I mean? Back in the day, like 5, 6, long time ago, when I first started all this, I was in so many groups and live streams and all these wonderful things. This was back when Link2 was still going. And I would have like, you know, and all those things. And it just didn't work out. Everybody had egos, and I was going through my own stuff, and I just couldn't handle the back and forth. And then this one doesn't like that one, and then they get mad because you don't like that one. And it was just too much. I just want to support people. I want to, I'm going to start doing my shout outs again. You know, sometimes I get a lot of views, sometimes I don't. Depends on the day and what the thing is. And I don't, you know, I use this for my medicine and stuff like that, my YouTube money, you know, what it goes into. But I just enjoy what I do, so that's why I like to do what I do. But I want to start doing shout outs again, because I think that it's important to support people. I think it's important for us to support people who are starting out, you know, or might not have as many subscribers as maybe you do. I don't know. I'm on medication right now, so I'm a little loopy. But I am going to ask you to go check out Gina's video, because if you're interested in that kind of thing, because she does talk about ageism and menopause and that kind of stuff. And you know, let's just support each other and be kind. And that's what I said to her. I was like, preach it, sister, because I'm always saying be kind to each other, because you never know what battle somebody else is fighting. And I've been saying that since the day I started doing any type of live stream, YouTube and all that, because I just, look, I've done so many videos on my channel about when I got sick and losing friends and all these kind of things and blah blah, but it means a lot. You know, you just try to be kind to people, and if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say anything. If you don't like my video, if you don't like so-and-so's video, if you don't like this, move on. That's why there's next. Do you know what I mean? Thumbs down and arguing over with people arguing with me or this and that, and oh, this was horrible, or you know, do this and edit, and I'm just over it. I love writing with you guys and videoing with you guys and talking with you guys, and I'm working on the live stream. I'm going to be trying and all these things, and I just love having like a community, and I don't like having negativity, and I don't like having mean people. I just don't think it's fair. I just don't think it's fair to the other person out of the blue to be negative. So I don't know. That's all I'm going to say. As always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. And do you like this down? Let me see. I need to do it up here. Oh yeah, look at that. Got one on my nose. Oh, it's so pretty. All right. That's all I have. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. Never can tell you enough. And I'm going to start my card readings and all that again. Of course, I started cleaning my room and throwing stuff away and moving stuff around, and everything's a mess now. But what are you going to do? That's it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.